for ebedi nkomono na me san aka chew say yes stream live our Facebook, YouTube and all our social media platforms no okwa follow, like it, share. Na fe ja wo comment ewo ho ye bekenkan e de amawo fe. If you so yeah WhatsApp line also at the screen so obetumi e de wonsam e de afaso aba na ya kenkan amawo. De bia no me advocate say ensam o de ba e ya ama e honte kama. Ai se ne be ya yeso e ba ye betumi akenkan ni yiye e de amawo ama wakoma ato we yam. Na me san aka mo say edwumakuo bi adama sika fem e na omaso yasen ama anopai Ghana wodo dwumedie ye de esomo enti e wo se meda omase esan say it's not easy at all say edwumayefo bi ebe so wasen ama dwumedie abaso enti muma yendi edwa kakra anopai toothpaste ben na wo de twe wo sen lale koifo de ni bi na ya wo kofa na wo to e de twe wo sen ana won se wo sen no tokro ni enka efimi ba no enye nika enya kono woni obi kasakra na watwe no ho akonchen ai osere wo no esan se toothpaste wo de twe wo sen no enko yi ema wo sen no kra entwa fita enka no ano odiniye pa anope mekanfo eye Enagard medicated toothpaste edi amao bomodi anakopa bi na fetwe wo sen na wo se enye fita enkoda eyusu empenifo so eyusu se wo pedodo atu akoton enya sikapudo edi abo waboso ma na wo da hye wo botomu a mepacho bon ko na omuma ubi kotubi na ton na nya mfaso mentena ho enka se adwuma ani omemu enti na mekanfo eye Enagard medicated toothpaste edi amao anopai ukotubi na ton a obenya mfaso bebre edi dwuma omo eye prempem mat adjacent eye hair center behind Gwell filling station osu efe woko eye Hana stores a eben eye Power FM eno so ewo osu ubenya bi etu akoton efe Great Commission abronsan na musoba ubenya bi kama efe eye Global Ventures opposite Nice Joints ewo Buade Road ehoso kwa ubenya bi etu akwakoton efe woko eye the more ho ehoso betumi atubi akwakoton bomodi ana woso omahoma no mo na woni empenifo endi ensa woso 0244 425 804 0244 425 804 Media school ben na wo pe ama wo ba ewie eye SS we university or pe media school bi akọ ama ensentredwuma no wotemi aye ni ye me pa cha no pe memma lalekofo no emfrefrew e ma onfa wo ba enko ho na obewie school no na sabe news kra ontumi nkan ontumi kra enkasa na wotumi atworo ana pe me kanfo eye the Ayam Media and Professional Institute e di amaw bomode ana yehwe omo kira kwan na omo boaw efa ensam edwuma no wey eye 4-month program pe na dwumedien odi abawie ye courses a omoye ebini eye digital literacy, financial literacy, media literacy bomode na hwehwe omo se ne be ye a communication skills no ebesisisu ye efe obetumi akenkan na watchro na de na waka brofo kasa no mepacho eye di Ayam Media and Professional Institute na me kanfo edi amaw anopai omo we eye Great Commission abronsan na mo omo ben eye St Michael Primary School no momodi ana hwehwe omo kira kwan obetu me afre eye mpanifo was 0544713929 0544713929 Travel and tour ben na wo pe amama boa wo wa kwento nkrata sem ho me pa cho lale kwefo no na me kwaso America no lale kwefo no omo bia omani pa isi abukata enne kro no sem no Ghana ha no anu ayedene enti se wa ma wani anda ho a obi ebe ye 419 akọ bobo anaye nkrata fake nkrata bi amawa wanhwa ohun beka adwam pa enu ta na pe me kanfo eye Go Same Travel and Tour ede amaw momodi ana ihwe mo kira kwan na mo boa wo nkrata sem ho dwumedia omodi ebini eye student visa, business visa, tourist visa, visa renewal, eye sponsorship bank statement for all visas, business certificate, passport and a birth certificate but more than ahwehwe eye go same travel and tour na omomboa se na be ya wakwantu ho nkratasam nyina ebedi mu na epeja na bibibia IFFF omo eye nungwa kantamanto Great Commission abronsan na mu but more than na frɛ mpanifo na oni omudi insawoso eye 0244425804 0244425804 Go same travel and tour. Omobe buaw emo akwentu samono aye de. Ebusuya no pe yade be na etete wo yade be na ehawo yade be na ebubu ama wakadem ama wuntumi empia bonten enko koye wetwuma wuntumi mpia bonten ni enwoma bia wo sawo ye no wontimi enye say your stroke your diabetes your akomayade asthma poor blood circulation wo kidney na ehwo aba ohaw wo sisi yade wo spinal cord na emuya oya ana ohaw aba ho wo prostate no so engyina so ye mekira ye prostate enlargement ana wo be ma yo no na ensiso so ye ana endimu emfama wo a mepacho asoye ba akopɛ Hola Savior Herbal Center na make count for edi amount omode ebibidro na en omode te yade ne fi ho no mo te enti bomode anahwehwe Hola Savior Herbal Center na omonyi yade no emfemfi ho emfemma me pa cho omo Ashaiman omo ne Access Bank no na edi nhwe ne mu fra omo 0240409991 0240409991 and I say 0200623038 0200623038 FA so 0576 656 658 0576 656 658 almost say Hola Savior Herbal Center only God can heal you. Senyame engosra ewa woso nyame adom ewa woso na wo pe suku papa amama tetewo ama adoma chede na nyame de adomo no etumi epie ama watumi de edi dwuma ewo Ghana ene ewiase afa na nyina mepa cho suku ba kope Apostolic Order Network Ministerial College ena me kanfo ede ama anope mepa cho ena meguso ameka no lalekwe no mo ho wo ye mistake kete bukata ne de be hit rough so we mistake ye de be hit enti se wo pe school a no wahwehwe papa preko na papa preko no so na make count for edi amawo no Apostolic Order Network Ministerial College jumedia omudi ebi enie apostolic consecration, ordination of reverend ministers, commissioning of lay ministers, ordination of prophets, training of evangelists, and a training of church leaders. But more than I should omuchira kwan na monfa entete papa emfa maw efa Bible no mo Bible no se na obef kwan obefa so asua na wate ase na wo kasa watumi ekoti ni ye na wa cheche ensem no mu ye me pa hwehwe omo the premises of Unique Icons International School behind Royal Ravico Hotel Nungwa woso omo ahoma no 0246 819-345 0246 819-345 and I said 0500 200 033 0500 200 033 Bomodiana Shishomo or say Apostolic Order Network Ministerial College or say where servants leaders are trained. Ebusuan for hwehwe omachira kwan na omomboa se na be ya bibibia ebe fefefe. Won say wo ton ade na yento. Wo sora na pakotena wo shop, wo kotena wo adwuma mu ana wo office. Adwuma ne nkoso. Ne nyina ne se wonya media station papa mamombo wo adwuma no dero emfema we. Lalekwe no mo ho. Enti sa wo de kɔ na omobɔ wo dero de ma wa. Enko na Great Commission TV yede ye bo wadwuma no dero edema wa aka ensa wo de begisika no ensa no wa kura wo kura be kyerɛw wo ho be kyerɛw wo nyansa na da agisika no enti bo modia na fa ade bia woton dwumadi bia wodi bia febra ye Great Commission TV na ye mbo hu dero FM a wobetumi afrɛ mpanimfoɔ ɛwɔ 0244 425 804 0244 425 804 yewo nungwa kantamanto Boade Road no ehwa obehu eye Great Commission TV yewo honomo oba ye besomo ye customer service no eldafom kama yesere ekere obi bia oba eye ya share ha na services so ye de mom no edemufua enti bomodi ana hwehwe ye kira kwan na yemboa o se ne be ya oh ade na woton no ebeye soronko kra na bibibia ebeye fefefe anope mi amede dwumede wo chia me mede ema kasama fo yamansa na me koswa akayo say yes streaming live our Facebook and our YouTube and all our social media platforms so no me pa chobo modi anako na hwehwe ye kira kwan Great Commission TV GH wo kwa na wa follow na wa like na wa share na wo de wo comment e de aba na ya kenkan e de amount fe me pa cho wo so wo fie no o send wo message amaye e ya WhatsApp message no number no e da screen so bo modia na fa wo sam ne kogu ho no mo ye be kenkan e de amount ma ensam no e ho nte kama na efe so wo de ba yetumi akenkan e de amount na bibibia aye fe anope ye ba bedi enkomo afa Endrada eye Ghana Mampeni, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, ne presidential dialogues no on the ensemble etuja. Na ochremwa, o say, se wu kwako haidan, na efiera no, de edainem emau, eye afimienu, afiba akon, ana epa eye busumi siyanwa, bomodiana report no. Aye, reporting ma eye a police for na yenche no. Esan say eno enye emra ye di so ewo omemu emra na say 6 months bosom nsia no wo de dan be ma eye tenant no ama no so atumi ne ho ahahan no se na be ya bosom nsia no be so no na wasan ayeden aboa ne ho biem asan atua na empen bebre na eye landlords for no any landladies for no wo kwakọ han omodan a na ye 2 years advance yi wo kwakọ fa wo he eno so akwakọ ye ensam bebre ya ye twe ne sre ene abasa ye ne abetwafo betena se na yado asemu emu sukoni hu asemu ne pom sibre aso e wo se ye je 6 months no ana se 2 years na o se ye bedi mu enkomo na sana da no ye ne rent control commissioner Mr. Frederick Opoku etwetwe nkomo na odensem bebre na na odi dwa o kyeremu a card bia ye friend rent card wo o ma hye ye enye se sa card efe na ya launch ana ya pa wontima wo ho da NPP aban ba ye nyina na wo ho NDC aban ba ye na wo ho NPP sam ba ye na wo ho NDC aban asa ba biem wo ho enti enya ade a enya ade foforo kra sa rent card wo ho no mo very affordable a wo se efiewrafo no omobomodian no mokọ na omokọ gibi wo je so a eye tenant no oba beje dan na e wo se wo man no copy but you muntie me ye pa fiera ukọ rent dan ye fiera ho no mo a aside agreement a woni ne bekọ e wo edan ne hyehyɛ no ho no kwan obefa so obepra enbia ye pra na wotwe ebia e wo se wo pra e wo se wo twe agyare e wo se wo yesie no aban asan e de card bia ye wo security informations bi kuso a obi ani ho no mo betumi age akoye copy edi ensemone e wo man mu that rent card no ebebo wo tenant no ho ban ebesan abo wo afiewra no so ho ban na sa na ye wo rent court wo ho mepa chowuni mana rent court wo ho na ye nim ne ntia afiewra fo bi mu no asamusi ana omone tenant no ntawatawa ana akasakasa bi asi omontemu a omontumi enko rent court ana say rent control for omakache enko lodge complaint na mom na omankasa omo de omo amopɛ omo tumi na omo de di dwuma bi a na asefem and you see a man penny His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and rather or the tuja or say fear be ya onim no odi ne dying ebema obi 2 years 1 year reports in ma police for na yenche no entum na so ebeye hye papa na so ebeye hye papa efe so edan no na ye ne eye Mr. Frederick Opoku etwetwe nkomo no oka nsem bi efa eye agent fee na ade aye omoje okira that 5% fee na omoje no enwo se ebi moje 10% agents for no be eje 10% eno so eya asem a edan no omo chekire mu ye pa ede maaye o se ensese tenant na wo se otua eye agent fee ede ma eye agent no debi enwo se eba ne sakra na mom no ewo se fiera no ono mom na wo se otua eye agent fee no that commission fee no ede ma eye agent no eno asem a eda no Mr. Frederick Opoku ede to yenim o chekire obreki sansem nyina down ede maye emaye hunu se ampa asem no stay enatie me pa cho yes 5% no e wo se mom na ede ma eye agent no wo tenant no wo ni wo kwan se wo se wotua saasika no ede ma ye agent no nti pa cho eye a mon shanenso na yenko yenim efi anope so ye behwe eye yesem card registration exercise no and rather abines ka asem fa ho eye Ministry of Communication eye Ora Sam George ono so ade ni nsem bi tudwa efa eye sim card registration no ye bedom suko na ye di mu komo ebusuafo moma ye ntwa ye ho sema abedwafo ayakrado ye ne mbetena se ni ye di komo ye bedisia.
And so let me take housing and sanitation. Housing is a major problem. And for households, it is consuming the income of households. We need to have a national housing dialogue and decide how, between the private sector, government, and labor, we can come together and come out with a social housing policy to make sure that we provide affordable housing for workers to purchase on mortgage or to be able to rent at a favorable cost. The reason why private house owners are taking advantage is because of the deficit in housing. And so we have the rent courts. We say don't take more than 6 months of advance, rent advance. But the one who is renting and the house owner are both not prepared to go to the rent court because they are doing it quietly. He says pay 2 years rent advance. You can go and report him at the rent court and we'll hold that landlord accountable. But the one who is being asked 2 years rent advance doesn't want to go to the court. He will go and pay the landlord because he wants a place to lay his head. And so it is because we have a housing shortfall, and that is what is making them take advantage. Countries have instituted social housing policies that have been very successful. I've seen the Kenyan example, and Kenya has built hundreds of thousands of housing units, which they either rent or sell to government employees. In the past, employees have not been able to buy houses because we fix their mortgages in dollars. And because the dollar kept sliding and was not stable, then it means that if you take a mortgage, you find that eventually you are not able to pay, and then they take the unit from you. We just pray that we're able to keep the cedi stable. I've said that we don't want a strong cedi, we want a stable cedi. I want to know that every year the cedi will depreciate by 3% or 5%, 3% or 5%, so you can plan. And it will not add too much onto your mortgage bill. So now that we've been able to stabilize the cedi, let's work together to maintain it, because there are many benefits that all of us will get from a stable cedi. And so let me take housing and sanitation. Housing is a major problem. And for households, it is consuming the income of households. We need to have a national housing dialogue and decide how, between the private sector, government, and labor, we can come together and come out with a social housing policy to make sure that we provide affordable housing for workers to purchase on mortgage or to be able to rent at a favorable cost. The reason why private house owners are taking advantage is because of the deficit in housing. And so We have the rent courts. We say don't take more than 6 months of advance, rent advance. But the one who is renting and the house owner are both not prepared to go to the rent court because they are doing it quietly. He says pay 2 years rent advance. You can go and report him at the rent court and we'll hold that landlord accountable. But the one who is being asked 2 years rent advance doesn't want to go to the court. He will go and pay the landlord because he wants a place to lay his head. And so it is because we have a housing shortfall, and that is what is making them take advantage. Countries have instituted social housing policies that have been very successful. I've seen the Kenyan example, and Kenya has built hundreds of thousands of housing units, which they either rent or sell to government employees. In the past, employees have not been able to buy houses because we fix their mortgages in dollars. And because the dollar kept sliding and was not stable, then it means that if you take a mortgage, you find that eventually you are not able to pay, and then they take the unit from you. We just pray that we're able to keep the city stable. I've said that we don't want a strong city, we want a stable city. I want to know that every year the city will depreciate by 3% or 5%, 3% or 5%, so you can plan. And it will not add too much onto your mortgage bill. So now that we've been able to stabilize the city, let's work together to maintain it, because there are many benefits that all of us will get from a stable city. And so let me take housing and sanitation. Housing is a major problem. And for households, it is consuming the income of households. We need to have a national housing dialogue and decide how, between the private sector, government, and labor, we can come together and come out with a social housing policy to make sure that we provide.
Don't envisage that everybody who has a SIM card today will try to register under this process. You know why? The number of fraudulently acquired SIM cards. And those persons will not be able to authenticate their Ghana cards and against their SIM cards. So I envisage that there will be people, and as media people, it's important you understand this, and we're streaming live. There are people who will go on social media to try and scream and say that, oh, we can't register. No. Just like what Yaira pointed out is happening at the NIA, where somebody tried to use his Ghana card and do facial recognition to register for somebody else, hoping to alter the fields when he gets in the next phase. And those fields they're immutable. It's the same thing that's going to happen. If you're using a SIM card today that is acquired fraudulently using somebody's Ghana card, don't forget that now, when that person uses his Ghana card to do his own registration, he will set his primary number. So if you try to register that same, because maybe you have a copy or a photograph, and you try to enter the details, when you try to do the liveliness test, the system will flag it and not allow that number to be registered. And so for those who are engaged in mobile money fraud, they are part of the people who will be on social media today saying that this registration must not happen. Because we will be able to block every SIM card that was not registered by the real owner of the Ghana card will not be able to go through this process. And that's why we're refusing to do a wholesale transfer of what has been already registered. Because if you do that, you transfer all the fraudulently acquired cards. If the card is yours, Nana, for phone, now your registration. If we've brought comfort of this level and technology to serve you at this level.
I wish you for Yadamase Samaji Bratna se atwenye ama yetwa ye ho aba. Abedwafo atena se mamenda omwedin 10 na yemfa ye nkomo twetwe no enhyehyɛ so. Eye Isaiah Kwaten Oyedin, Western North Regional Communication Officer. Ah, correct, sir. Bibi aboko dear. if for what to say Western North for.
Western of for in particular, I say Western of no is predominantly made up by series.
Okay.
Say for
Yeah,
I said, men are communications officer for Bia West Consul.
Bia West. Okay.
Yes, and I will buy a region in
Okay.
my communication officers, men are meeting.
Wow.
Yes, and I'm a regional mass lock manager for the regional.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Yamo akwaba shroko. Yamo akwaba shroko. Sikasha no. Okay.
The mass lock they move
Okay. Ni oto sumye no eye Enoch N Bote Ajay Botry or your Krowo constituency communication team member Edima NPP Amanyokuo no. Enoch. Bibia boko de.
Bibia boko.
Eyi for mo te sen Krowo for.
Omo ina omo ye. In fact, nyamiama yenkwa. That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
But the other bit is enko you o man. And na ye dadwen. Aye da.
Mutu minda. Okay.
But da nyamia since say wa ma yenkwa. Na ene yenso yetiase.
Yeda erade ase ebushafo abedwafo atena ase ententemara yede enkomo twetwe no ehhehye so nyedi kan ne yehwe Endrada His Excellency John Dramani Mahama edin sembetu dwa efa ye rent ho nsensem a ekoso oman Ghana na oka say landlord for and landladies for mpem bebre no omo de dan ema tenant for na omo je 2 years advance 1 year advance or say oni papa mu no I will say 6 months or say obi bia or the dan be ma wo tenant fiewrafo na sem na making ebe bro sa busum nsia na yetwa to ho na me pa cho bomodi na report sa fiewra no fema a policefo na emra enenindi ma me nko NDC omo penny ho na on fa asemi on kire mu me pa cho mu na mo wa ben mu asemi se na mo je no.
All right, whenever I'm in our CPM na yenchia for ne ahwefo a omo ehwe great commission and anopay. In fact, the Yura John Dramani Mahama kan.
But ya ma onde so kakraman.
The president aka no enya ade anka sheda ye ade so kubia ayem rane da ho no. Na obo modern arieko se yemo modern anka be ya yini ebra no so. Whenever emra Yura John Dramani Mahama eken Act 1963 Act 220 and a shay say what's he dying? That's all your landlord and a landlady. None make quadana may ye tenant say so busuminsia advance but a say Ghana neto the beer na ye the Marana Quacksham pass it. Na yamma sebe ankrenkre addicted ya mai na the Yura John Dramani eke wa wo hwe bibia no say yade say within 8 years of the NPP bi na and na sam mra no omo boss so kura keka ka begidi say ye graduate omo free university bai komenya baby cry ada omo ne nam kantamanto ne ade a wo so munya baby ede omo ti eto no obekore ye say bia per month na eje obey bia 1,500,000
for 2 years.
Now, I multiply by 2 years. Now, so who could test 30,000 to 40,000?
So, they own your baby.
Own your baby now. Says, can say, so better, dear, see, what I say. And it's 2 years, 5 years advances now, if you are for no jail. And no, you are John Dramani Mahama or Pama 77 mobile phone. Eh, Cassie, Debbie. I will say, you did 6 months a year, Juma. Because we share the past 8 years. Senior Richard John Dramani Mahama can't pank. I don't want to put him say. I am right. That's why I was say 6 months, and I was a bomb day. Now, a friend, a landlord and a landlady are bomb day. And he all cannot not all come. Sabi Ghana for ne ye na rent control department for so who say this is a right that and you know and I know you buy and or them running.
So I say shemukina.
I will say shemukina. So what I say, I say shemukina say by me no me you be baby aye day. Edi aye day atu. In fact, by nature, son and Yamia no. Yamia in such a way say binum a one a dodo on be see a dime. In fact, Oko Kenya, for instance, a more housing system as is here, a bindable money is see do na. No mama, Uncle Crans was see do na. No more you should this 6 months policy. Community, he said, salary a demand, and ye be an so cast you more percentage be a 2 years, 6 months, I'll bet me. But I can say you do 2 years up to 5 years. I bet it. And I think say John Dramani Mahama said the Ghana for and which you call me within 8 years. Now they need to bring him back, you know. I think that he's on the right path by telling us say if we neko ye be enforces a year a rent a friend said loss no say be ya home beto. Let me tell you, before they came to power to rule us for a friend say 8 years ago, a lot of promises on year about this state. Okay, say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Mboka say omo de loan bi beba na ye de amamanfo say be ya on betimi anya sika de akwakwa da akwakọ han dai. Eno ne ko ekosi say. I just said no ye national rent assistance scheme or something like that. Eno ekosi say. Nipa ye de ebosia ma omo eye menua ino okone sebe ne nkrofo ade de sika ye de ema omo. Me wana mra wo at least anko betimi ahyem kena. Say mra ne say 6 months. Say be ya ye ni bi no so ye nya kwan ayede etimi ahan na wonim waka ne saa no menu aba na ye nwie ye rent control department say ommo modern so be enforce law.
Mami bisa wo Isaiah edano ye ni acting commissioner edema rent control Mr. Frederick Opoku Kasaye. Na nensam mu no ochra ye wo rent card bia that card no was sell landlord for no omunya. Na omo did juma se wo koje dan efiera ho landlord ho na odedan ma na wa ma wo that card na efesika bi ama no interest bi ama no na ono aso ka se enye se efe na ye ba bepa eho entma eya dia ewo ho no ma me so ha na me question e ba no NDC aba power ako NPP aba ako NDC aba asiako NPP aba asiako adentina that card no young fan dijuma rent control asua ye no na omo relax ye na omo fan dijuma na say enoma na touch ma na esesan ye ewo amanyosem ntina ma ne ba sa
enema bi ansesa rent control any aban bi obeba. And that is why I yes say to about the man John Dramani Mahama. Onzo no one en rate obo modern esan re ko sa emra no. Ekere say mre bi twemu e na se be yamfa ni djuma. This is the time. Nti ewura wo say friend say Opoku.
Frederick Opoku.
Frederick Opoku. They said you okase ye work card near ade no. Nti na so ye no so den na no mo ye.
Ono efe na waba so. Na say endi sabre na omofa panyini manetena wo. Ege no mo ye ya nti yentumi anyi so.
Nti minu aba de wo mu nyina ne say anka beka say de atwam no entwam. Ba bia ye dure. It's about time say the John Dramani Mahama aka eye mra da ho no. The NPP 1 NDC 1 NPP na na do dan kwa akofo no ne ade entimi anye no. This is the time I was here bomb modern na ye ma nyina ye ni edai ho so.
Which means penifo ajatum.
Yes.
Say sa a mistake NCBM. Ne mo be hye mo kena.
Was ye hye mo kena. Was ye bomb modern ne hye mo kena. Na ye ne landlord ne landladies ne ye de ekasa. Na tenant na nkasa. To da bi so on. Ghana I suppose for ne yet mamufo yi. Obehu se wa ye bone pa o. I was a mra no. Anybody. About settlement, you now cacobo modern police ninja miss a crown, no, the BBI day. I shall yes, no one himself. Into we share yen tenant and so a quire, ye fast one a ye landlord for no edilino. Okay, and also Emma echo yes, a Marano crown, ye ready see now do I know how many a bebo by. And it is said the year John Dramani came, yes, sir. A new rent control first department boss our bay. Yes, sir, no so omo modern say omode omonsa ebehye nkrata e wo say omode omonsa sha say sa card ya wo
rent card
a wo ken ade say be ya tenant no enso ye ho be dey ebeto ye that be very difficult for us to get about 20,000 30,000 before
rent.
Just
Isaiah ya that's pa mami ko Enoch renting sensemi that card ya ye kan asemi say NPP buy ye oma implement it mami fantone sa NDC buy ye so omo ma ye dey oma implement it NPP san buy ye ho hwe NDC esa asen aba isi omo ma bayi omo se that rent card no omo di ba bedi dwuma we ye fiera na wan kwankwaje bi na wan ma wo tenant copy asembeto omo se a very affordable e bonya dey na e was security codes bi wo so a obi ntumi emfa ye bukata FND sabe ensem bi e wo memo asemi wadwen kire e wo say
yo medase. But you see, when it comes to rent, I think that we should put aside politics.
Sure.
Because you yeah, rent. We know what we go through.
Mhm.
You know, and say you be pretending as if we don't know what is going on. I don't know if you
Yeah, I'm with you.
side with me.
Yeah.
What you say? Because if we are to politicize it, me to me account in yama de dema I thought me for assume. But you know, let's think about the thing into details. Some of these things it doesn't work. I'm telling you, no, we have to be, fair. ETF 80, they are going through a lot. People are going through a lot when it comes to renting. People are going through a lot. Fine. The president has said this. Mami Mitchell. Even when NPP was in power, Parliament House. It became a debate. What you say? So fine, President Akasel, this is what we are required to do. So, you bet me.
And I ain't to me.
What are the modalities? What are the strategies put in place? Then check it and you can come on national TV and say, oh, moving forward, this is how we have to go about it. We have said it ample times. Say, the rent will not air 6 months. Obianim or high down owning. Obianim. What you say?
Yes.
But only one coca. Only one coca. Say, if you're at the time air rental for 2 years, oh, I will catch you so. Yes, 6 months don't come out. What if he decides not to give it to you?
Okay.
That is the reality. That is facts. And then the Ibabetzmahanum Akanka Bibia like a bay and depma atoya yama yeti for any aji. No. Let's speak to the reality. What is the reality on the grounds? And net me know ye say ya yeti way. Say ya high down. Can we control our landlords and our landladies?
There be a fee.
We cannot control them. Into Bibia and like anything possible, no. We should just let it know, let the public know. Say this is what it is. These are the modalities. These are the terms and conditions. Buying this tenancy agreement. The person will give it to you 2 years. Now say, oh, they know call rent control. Now per 6 months. Okay, my baby free abrochi about betting. I'm not renting the room anymore. What can you do?
Oh, so we should baby before.
Exactly. Now, before from no, so also say, oh, they mouth 2 years. Then what are we going to do? So this is my question. What are the strategies you put in place? I bet check this and way now. The landlords or the landladies, the landowners or the house owners who agree say, oh yes, now moving forward, 6 months. So there's an agreement between the landlords and then even what the tenants.
But I think say Mampeni any landlords association no meeting. So I think say obe channel that information at their mom says see an emra wo. Ya no ka say your rent court.
Yeah.
Kra wo no mo a.
Sure.
Say emra no wan tie ni aban ka na wan kasa do pay di a ensa so mo a wan help it.
Sure. I do understand. All these things I do understand. I know there is something like that there. But the reality, that is the reality. Kwesi call Ajua Hwa rented dine. Ajua see or the mouth 2 years. On one ocean corner be our we seen a dine. Portable one. That's what the mouth 2 years. Whatever card you are talking about, what is the card you are talking about?
But you see, I know you're born with the rose card or to corner quadrant.
Good. So if the ear born the rule, fine, I agree. Omunye ye like omunshe mukina.
Education and
Exactly. I mean, they should engage every way. Me, I will wish say and come to the assemblies. Then assembly will call every constituency, landladies and landlords or more. They should come. Not even the association, because association, ask yourself how many people.
Said they will channel communication. Me,
I'm trying to find a solution. Like your landlords, association, how many people can move? We cannot even tell. We don't have the data. So me chere wo conform di omo dan higher. They are more than even the association. So they supersede them. And whatever they say, what control say omo association. A reality, a real. Oh, me for BB ANC. I'm telling you what the reality on the grounds. Maya and Shada and yes, we don't know what is going on. A good thing. It's a good call. But how are we going to go about it? For me, I feel say from assembly no. Assembly munyas announcements. Now, Yanko communities. Yanko engage every landlord. Yanin Kasa say, this is the law. At least we can give them ample time, like let's say 6 months or 3 months. Yet this advocacy. Said this is what it is. These are the implications. What you say? Political. They will see say a concern be so that they will conform with the law. I'm telling you. See, you know we are all coming from our various homes.
Yes.
Do you know what I've heard about this?
Rent issue?
Do you know what people are saying?
What are they saying?
They came in here to me, do you know what I've heard?
Tell us.
You understand me? Me can't me.
What?
Matsia minim say air koso. So let's find a different way to understand and conform with the law.
But say, omo ka say me here inchu.
Me cry me down. Oh, now bet
me nia. I was say me me
Of course, they will say it.
Yeah, o mine now team no obi na control o mine no.
Of course.
You get it. So I was say wutie ne all control o mine no. Ne all control no say na de na say ye no. Enti wo ni sa 2 minutes o kasa say me here inchu. Hello, can say?
Me cry me down. If I want to rent it 2 years, you
so
don't have the right.
So ya sisi an aban say new law abba. It is a dan wo dey mo be 2 years. I don't know obi dear me be say me bobro ni din. Tenant na ba beje dan 1 year. Ena 1 year na so. O say me tum. Ena let me kai say oh. Sick tum was say my hall self no. Or dey bosume 1200 cedis. Ena let me say me nya that 1200 no. Nti be ya ma me mre. Na me ntumi fa mboa me ho say bosume miensa. I think say bosume miensa na du na say onya bi still a. Mbia sikase ma we some extra mbia 3 months or bibisa not the prepare no na odenya dan ni bi. Lady ni papa no ha no frɛ lady ni say okay per 3000 be ma me na me botomo nye. Na me fa sort nyama na ode ebedu sa 3 months na watumi ayeden enye sika. Abai we yire no compare 3000 bre efie rei. Wonim say enadwuade enayawade na ode sika no ma na ni 1 week ni pepepe ofra abai wa na era wa he ai usika no masena to phone so to fidan ni. Does it mean say sika no ohia de aya ade entin na?
Yes.
Okachi abai wa ne say send me 3000 Ghana cedis. It's all the year na ade ni wie not to know inside the dine no when you be o ama na je dine no it's all ji ni poni sika no and na was send we ni 3000 or 2 aban say na some ma me boso miensa enso ye so baba na wonu ma go police station.
So that is what it is. So you see, this is reality.
You see,
and amebwa some nyama
we na anya adwuma na ma we nyimu nyina aba.
So what are the new things I already putting in place? I bet check is nyama we nyina. Landlord na say landlady no. I was saying na I can't say
na kuma Tony
yem. Tenant no so I was say dey ben na kuma Tony yem. This is what we have to do. I say we
1 minute never we
I say 50-50. What I say. So please, me no, I support whatever the president has said. And me, I conform with the law. So I will comply. However, omumpe strategies are yebema landlords, any landladies no atias nebe omunso no go better yem. Do you get it? And then the tenants who are coming to rent no so omunso omubo better yem. Either than that, there will be conflicts.
Okay.
I'm telling you, in nyama ebisisi no. Once people amount for you better amount for P on omufie.
Okay.
Yenya let's do it with the decorum and let's use strategy. Yemfanya ade no
enchina ye. Isaiah.
Yes, I think say Oberland no and I'm saying no adwen. You see, the air, and your politics and the air. So, you say a teacher of mine.
With a few way, na me fa
Very
another
good. You say a journey of 1,000 kilometers begins with the very first step.
Sure.
And the engine to impose no being put him. You made us agree, so be and put him say 6 months. Yes, I was saying a landlord the other day.
It's not say na mo
And
bobo.
nunti and all kind of be say, yeah, they call this assembly. Na many idea. Agent because this assembly no so no sa abine powers in Libya or bit aboa say be etibam for your bed your beto and that's suggestion I think say very loud double say
Okay.
say abine 80 and can among this assembly for no ebe kan buma I think say amono better see na
Question way me pese momboa me wo. Sisi anaban say 6 months. Say edan no send ebe ya emra rules na aban da ba no. Omo landlords for beji atum. What's a 6 months? Send me a single room self na or the 400. One here na obetumi atum akwa bi about 1,000. So 6 months. And 6 months no waba. Or say dan na ya he. Or say 1,000. Ah, who name said dan way and 1,000. I saw the 400. But because 6 months niti. We pay him. And so emra bi wo ho.
See say emra no enya eye adwuma. Emra no enya adwuma no mo te o mo ase a. You see wo ba your so a if you am timu rented. Na if you run no de oye ne de no 1 year. O ka say utua more than 2 years.
I know in Accra obi kwaje 1 month.
So what I say. Nti ni nyina ekosi hɔ but just that e binom at the side no ehunu na ye hia fo no. Because man so 1,000. Na say bia ye 10 and e wo fi hɔ. Na say bia o je no within 6 months what is 60 by 10.
Yes.
That you say enye sika na. So therefore a quite offer so charge no meaning say mra ho de but I'm not too versed into some run to explain it over here. But the can nyina say so munya te ase ye nyina kɔ benkum na kwɛ say ene ye gye atum say 6 months maximum. I think say be my nyina ho ahehan. Man kɔ ba say gi say unya sa huge amount and sa na bitimi enya dan away.
I think say
yes obu here ska sa na yen so ye hia ba bi de tie dey. It's supposed to be mutual something.
Right. And I don't know so Mr. Frederick Opoku can be say more abide with the rules and regulations abide the abano na moje more than that na the idea rent card na the no man GGB na ukotwe sika ma ema landlord na e bechi watu ba kodem bosumi nsia
Asemnya ba na
na fe so ya san atwa sika bi ama 1,200 cedis a eno so betua she. I think say I allowed about man penning in some other to ja. Yeah, share him measures no and here. Measures no. And no near yet. See ya. And yes, me ya can try near Jato. Can afford a bread. And to say measures near the bar and Tamara, ye emphasis because ye na rent it. Yenim near ya film na kana yakaya no ideng atum e what sembe ho quickly mama yankwa next topic in so just 2 minutes na yen fan tackle na yen fan sorry sim card re-registration is I see some George edaba bonten ne aban edaba abonten omodi mo nkomo pa na asema da pono sisi an say yes multiple mobile money frauds in sensem na koso no impem bebe obehu say ye Ghana card no me da register me momo na masai da register ebeye sim card beye 10 20 na de am say your limit cry CD udu a say to me enfam nye mo obi okra onim nipa no ba nipa no ho hia na na okwa ahokyere bi mti na wafa ne Ghana card na da register ma no eno so fraud ne bukata no eya na ho ye aba sem kakra asemi mama starting feel so 2 minutes na fantaka ne fi.
All right. It's unfortunate say
yemre no
yes I think say sir a red flag with Sam George Ebrana or onye minister crano. I think say obo modern Emma Ghana funyina etis asepno. Now me kai say August 2022 and as Sam George I can't see me. The kind say mamin quote you say the minister is creating a database of fraud by using third-party app instead of direct NIA integration.
Okay.
She is opening the door for identity theft.
That was Esla.
Yes, Esla.
Right.
See, NPP for when they were in power, no. So some way near my minuaba. Uncle ye. See, I not ye register a year, yes, say, be a fraud and ness, I demand him to be trapped. you register you do baby cry no mbo more than block ye nyina yesem.
Yeah.
But can I tell you I don't know a year a friend NIA boss. Am I yet here say Debbie the S la moye no. Though I'm support to say yen register sims there. But database na a war a year NIA no. And yet no more issue. I'm about procure another database the year. And no, 17 March, 17 March, audit report actually say, any database no hold on, and ne Ghana card the year NIA no, in Nim March. Now, so more we see a time of qua. Nene, what am I missing this come out is here? And no better 10 minutes now, I'm afraid. We are not saying, say, Sancrophone in Nipo, because who upgrade you on almost a day. Upgrade you. But see, I'm fraud na ye too rampant. Too rampant. Obi kura to me for big Ghana card keke. No, they are quite or they are quite to sim. Nipa no put him say, Sasa the card register team. But say, dear no is directly linked to the Ghana card. He said, can I tell for about 10 bed distance? And I will say, yes, more yam some registration. Now, mum up and I'm day, different than they are. Not just at this time, the era, some George Ekano. See a baby you su NIA database no Ghana card the NAS is here na sabi ye single database and I say data source no and no issue now dim enkoye te se back no according to
na
we need verification because you say match the database over there and then one kasa na sabi ukuta this particular number and say that particular number no say be ya e bitimi prevent this fraud there. In fact, we have a lot to say about this. And some are able to say the car, and some are her night do some car, yababi, yababi, I might say, a hard way. And a baby some George Apasu, because they were kind. And that Yamia, I don't gonna for to aba. I was here about more than a correct to say, by us, our fraud and this animal. I'm saying,
where be your last registration? I
am sure because
Ghanaians are tired.
Yes,
honestly.
We know. To say the make us a bay last and I say, can I tell for us on a year a friend say NIA boss?
Yes,
but to my bay when you're on a year. On no part one team, catch say, or more database and yet none of the SLA day, you sue ye. And this is here, no, the air can say you sue the database for the Ghana card. And this friend said same registration as a verification. Say by a bit in March, a year the data with NIA, and then a friend said telcos, say be a bit me aboa. Na ye disikatom account so will be amfre. And a dumophone, na so we are him. And this is a register deal with Pantinipo or whom ye
but I was say education
sure.
with Obi or Honoma, who name nipa now the Ghana card register. What?
Who name say yes, synchronization. The system was here, and say there's some cars. Oh, you're using the same database there, and some George probably the current administration. Or Muni, a friend is an excuse to be to tell us, yes, I'm registration. But can I tell for no that and I no catch them said that be yeah, data, no, 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 day, mu use pampa, amuko use third party. You guys are up or muko procure. They create a lot of problem. And then they are banting. Let's correct it as part of the reset agenda. Now, can't say, you see a register. One we know, say, near my air court, they say, you register.
Your final words.
My final word, they say, Chandra Man Mahamman, I'm saying, can crack or buy ye, we should be a commode or mine could do indicate some near the inflation name. Sunny money may now share within a year and some months, they all year. I think, say, why are they now Ogususua? Or to name they are more than 8 years say no so far so good not a single indicator and now you know me catch so more 8 years on bit me they are to a John Dramani Mahama a 1 year 3 months no not a single economic indicator and no bit me catch say yeah pension no not at the end see na you better than and no be sa anyhow. So will be a baby on Canada phone John Dramani Mahama as part of the research agenda. Yet not for Modia, and Tigana for Inyabotre and Famano.
Isaiah Quatin, yeah, that's it, Papa.
Yes. So, when it comes to
you have 2 minutes.
When it comes to this re-registration, sorry, because the same Sam George, out, I can say, who he say,
extra time. I remember that.
Or see, there's a system now that we are not. openesa ana meboa.
No,
So,
he was
David-
referring to the data there.
Tiw.
The internet say queue for that, no. He use data no in a more verification because already obia data there Ghana for what friend say Ghana card.
Yeah.
Yes, see, yeah,
no person queue. That is why he
Yes,
made
see,
that
yeah,
comment.
connect yeah, Ghana card no, to our SIM registration. By then, na amount for need Ghana card. Answer, ye ko ye Ghana card. Now ye pese ye then ye use Ghana card no. Ye fanye what? Ye SIM registration. Say ne be ya. Me minim say kojo me no on no plan number we. What say that be who ya? This is what you said. Because by then, now you're connecting your Ghana card no, to our SIM registration. You can bear with me. They hadn't done that. And say, wabana so person connecting your Ghana card to our SIM numbers now. What's the baby? Now, what's the baby? And they also say is not a merely re-registration. It's or say is not a merely re-registration. Is it not a re-registration? Is it my band the pedal lies now later? I say I can't be being from Ghana for in so. No, what you are coming to do is re-registration. You said, say data now you want to you want to confirm say is tallying with what we have at the NIA. Is it not re-registration?
Me too.
Say babe verification. Just verification. Fine. So probably somebody has linked the Ghana card to the same number. You doing the verification and your re-registration process.
No.
It's a re-registration process. What you say? So say your opposition one. My enkasa say we know it all. And then first we'll say my and then we'll say Uganda Libya and Concoye. Anyway, we like this, we will not say unya or the bar me kwakoye. But me person me kai almost say registration na no Ghana card na connect ma sim no. No amfa hweyamba. I'm telling them bibia ense say ye pie our national television so. I'm telling you, it's a security way. Yeah, they are chinkrofo baby. Ya jelio. I can give you evidence. Maybe they don't know. If you want to find out the truth, so Obi Afrodoa report to the appropriate authorities. Then go for the right officers. They will pursue the person, no matter the number of years on better. Me say I can provide evidence. I will be because of Ghana card. I are connected to same number. Ojani ya no 1 year. Not just one, not two, not three. And I can take you to the place I am jailing.
Okay.
What I say? Because I was part of the process. But in Yamabi, why I can't bonte because security in Yamano, you cannot say it openly with national television. Send a man for best way. But I'm telling you confidently, say, a boy am kasa. We caught people. I don't want to mention company's name.
Right.
Nanka unko bisa go and check their files. In profile the chair. When would they mention no?
Me too.
So please, their no same registration no. We shouldn't take it for granted. So unima go ask the national security. Unimo bi o national security pa friend no. Na bisa no say dia meme kasisi no no kra na enye no kra. You bet track no sisi ma baby or will be you bet him. Upon you sim no to will still getting. I'm telling you, me na make actual me we are metro company no. Then you go and find out yourself. But I will not say it on national television.
Okay.
And I'll show you some pictures. Nipa no ya grab no with the write-ups I actual was here no. Me what's our platform no so.
Okay.
What you say? So there are a security way into no MP. What Sam George is coming to do a re-registration. Or see a person who say data now NIA.
Sana NPP for me huno. Ana Ghana for
say
sana NPP ehuna na say Ghana for nyina.
Ghana for you now you say re-registration. You who say registration.
Your
And I
final
win
words.
it. You name politics. Okay, fine. Or say John Mama buy no. Waba be nyama bebree and that's CD akofom ne nyama fine. CD akofom. Hwe John Mama ka say ya employing crofo bebree. Ewa bem. Hwe Nkrofo under communication directorate. Nkrofo under communication directorate too. Yawo communication specialist. Omu 2.
It's also been not.
Yawo directors of communications. Omu 4.
Oh, him for now, okay.
Yawo assistant director of communication. Omu 5.
The page ben so.
You mami mention na me wi na me mamo source no. Yawo technical communications assistants. Omu 5. The same place oh. Yawo media aid or 1. Yawo media liaison affairs 1. Yawo communications consultant your 1. You see so now let's go to the indicators. Let's go to the indicators. Now in 2024 fuel price na 14 cedis. 14 cedis.
Per liter.
Never.
Per liter.
Never.
No,
So when you allow me to allow me to flow. In 2024, now your fuel price was 14 cedis. And net 2026 fuel price is 9 cedis. In 2024, your dollar rate was 14 cedis. And then 10 cedis. In 2024, inflation rate is 23%. And then 5%.
3.8.
Fine.
Yeah.
Sure. And then me me fruit transportation give me 10 cedis. Almost give me 12 cedis.
No way.
And then school fees are now mitua 1,600. And then almost give me 2,650.
It's not true.
These are facts.
It's not true.
These are facts. And I'm mama work check it.
Yeah, who source no?
And then yeah, hostel accommodation now yetua 6,200. Today is 7,800. Go invest it. Go check it. No, I'm giving you where you should go and check. Go and check and then come back. No, go and check and come back. And then wait. Yes, it was 2 minutes. Let me electricity bill also by 28%.
Don't go there.
And then me electricity 1,000 Ghana. Today I'm paying 1,002. So what is the significance?
Don't even go there.
Dollar no back down. And then fuel price 9 cedis. Then yenya ni say increments. And then me know water bill. We are paying more than what we used to pay in 2024. Oh, me bra.
Money land we are
Me bra. The entire can say me bra. It's here for share. And then what we need to do is was say ye can no cremo chire etie for me bra. We have to inform them. Let's enlighten them on the realities. Call university fees. Call check. He say in 3,600, then call 2,650.
Semester.
Oh yeah.
So check it. When you go, just go and check. Go and check.
It's a semester and a year.
A semester. Go and check. What you say? And then me hostel fees or mutiano. Because government, they will not get it. Hostel fees or mutiano 6,200. No, I shoot you up to 7,800. Please go and check. Go and check and fix it. Now, me mutual electricity 2024 I'm paying obviously when it has been increased by 28%. I'll pay more than what I pay.
Have you increased your gadget? Gadgets now there we use so fear.
It's the same thing. But they have increased electricity bill by 28%. So definitely no. Se kama be kosro. Se me 2,000 Ghana, now you increase by 28%. It obviously it will go up. Electricity bills will amatum. But what you say? Electricity water bill and also akosro. So fine. You have a good indicator say ton fuel at 9 cedis, which fuel no crown and say abasro. But you let me use the 9 cedis. Ton 9 cedis. And our dollar rate here 10 cedis. And you claim say your inflation rate here 3.something%. Yes, so we are paying more than me know. Probably we can decide to go and eat fufu. And it's our scale of preference. But their menu na yet ya pay water bill, transportation, light bill, school fees, hostel fees. One of those things, no. We pay equally, and no, you reduce more because you are a party member to this or a party member to that.
Okay, for
So
mommy.
these are the indicators. These are the basic facts. These are the true facts. Omo age.
Pacho, and no your final words.
Omo age.
And now your final words.
And time in you na.
Time in you.
Because omo di abro, omo di abro ma. Inyama.
Yeah, time in us.
8 years I was
Me
saying.
pacho, ubechi obi a quickly na ye mami
Yes,
na.
me de ntiabema ex-president Nana Danko Akufo-Addo say ene ye hu say wa be dwuma pa wa be di dwuma pa because me light bill na me tua 2024 no sisi no akosoro water bill me tua in 2024 sisi akosoro
Yeah, that's it.
me school fees na me tua 2024 sisi akosoro
Yeah, that's
yes
it.
still you
Enoch.
say dollar rate na about
Yeah, that's it. Enoch.
and then
That's it.
almost say we war no Iran
No,
war
time
no
in
ebe affect the economy. Yesterday said it the last time
Time in
said
Aso,
Russia
Enoch.
Ukraine war.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
to bomb
it.
by
Enoch, yeah, that's
Bahama.
it. Yeah,
You
that's
see
it.
their hypocrisy.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Their
that's it.
actions are
Mama
betraying
Isaiah,
their
1 minute
priorities.
pacho. Your time na 1 minute.
Channel and cross so me the time at home.
1 minute.
Channel and cross so
Pacho. Time
Isaiah.
no.
I should meet Enoch.
Yeah, you met him again. You will. So 1 minute now.
Isaiah.
NPP for
Isaiah 1 minute.
They will continue.
Isaiah 1 minute.
In opposition.
Must start it.
Ghana for us once. Who are buying another Danko Akufo-Addo and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. 8 years or mas once.
Me maka facts.
Abo modi within 1 year. Gina saya economic indicators we so atu about the etia. And never better ha. He say Obekache Ghana for say we are sorry no. What yes I propaganda.
Oh, no,
And
say
you
no,
come, because you are trying to equate so 8 years. Let's agree pose ade awbo money to just 1 year. 3 months of John Dramani Mahama.
Don't worry.
Every day, what would you have to say? Safu na mo de call 23 cedis per liter no. And out here say about 10 cedis. Na sabi you put me 9 cedis and 10
But my school fees now me tua
me
akosoro
put me cash and
2750.
Okay.
Now where say obi etofu 23 cedis. Now we say your boy and some
Isaiah. Yemre na yemre. Yemre na
Now
yemre.
tia
Yemre no ayemre. Yadamase.
we are doing
Abeja fire yadamase. Papa.
ya me enter there no John Dramani Mahama.
Mo hypocrisy no eno mo ne.
NDC.
Ebusiafo
We are doing our best.
asida kasia enkoma Isaiah Kwaten Oyedin Western North Regional Communication Officer. Ai yadamase papa so waje brother.
Mami Ntia.
Hey
Mami Ntia
Isaiah.
Jerome.
It's wenchia.
Mami Ntia Jerome. On the head of
Say propaganda ntino ni refi so be chi.
Cocoa board. And Akogan so baby Obiano. Yencha and Nanope. And I'm a regional chairman. Chairman Big Edu. Yes.
Yo, yeah, that's it.
A member at the Western of
Ensai.
Yenchiano. Regional minister.
Yeah, that's it. Isaiah Kwaten, yeah, that's it. Oh, yeah, Din, Western North Regional Communication Officer at the NDC Amanyo Kodo, yeah, that's the Pastor Wajibre Abekaya. If Enoch and Bote Ejay Bochi, or your Krowo constituency communication team member at the NPP Amanyo Kodo, yeah, that must say, Ebusha for aha and a day, come on, Chuchinina, Edibesi, Yami Adumochina, a Samla, a special edition, Yedibaba Sumuha, Mepacho, Pomodiana Jibenatinasi, not yen sumo, a beya guy, a beya logozo. Miamide media chiame medin, Emma Kasama for Yamasa, Macram.